Oh, welcome to the Dave Mierswa Show. I am your host, Dave Mierswa. I am once again in the driver's seat of the Dave Mierswa Show. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Looks like a little shocker out there. Looks like a lot of people woke up this morning to snow. And got to tell you, bigger shocker for me. I was down in Florida for about 9-10 days and just got back, and lo and behold, I tell you, kind of a shock coming back to all this white stuff up here. But it is what it is, and I am glad to be back here. And we got a great show in store here, and we're going to be experimenting a little bit, see if we can get the Skype working, and we're going to try to have a gentleman on from CERT talk about what's going on with the weather conditions out there. And but anyway, Peggy, she'll be here in a couple of minutes, hopefully, and she'll let me know when she gets here. I want her to be safe. But anyway, it feels great to be back. And being down in Florida, I love everything being green and alive. But I got to tell you, I was down there and people were like, well, you're probably sad you got to go back and all that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be sad, because I can't imagine a Christmas without snow being on the ground. I just can't imagine that. And it is so neat to be able to have a Christmas tree and all the traditional stuff that you see out there. I think it is so traditional, and then with the snow being out there, I think that's pretty cool. Looks like Peggy just arrived, so people can hold on a minute. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Hold on. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Peggy just drove in, and she just came into the studio, so we'll give her a minute to get comfortable, or maybe we won't. Maybe that microphone's really hot and it's on, and from all what's going on. But anyway, we're going to have a really great show today, and like I said, it feels really good to be back, and we'll give you a chance to get settled in there.
No kidding, man. No kidding. Woo, this snow is crazy.
Yeah, let me turn your microphone on.
Yeah,
there you
thanks
go.
a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to be alone or
No.
together.
No. We got a lot to talk about, man. Because, oh my God, a lot's happened while you've been gone.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Oh my goodness, it's just one thing after another. I kept saying, oh, Dave's going to love that. Dave's going to love to talk about that.
Oh,
yeah, so.
There's a lot of stuff. All the people, Trump organization, and
all of it.
All the stuff
God.
within the news, and I see a lot of the left-leaning media
Oh my goodness.
are still not over it, and they're still crying.
And they're still trying to recount everything, and they're still trying to make it look like, yes, Hillary won the popular vote, which was wonderful, but, he won all the electorals, which was like the big deal, and as it should be, but, they still are, trying to milk that.
Oh, yeah.
I won the popular vote. Well, okay, this isn't high school,
Right.
and that's over,
Right.
and move on.
Yeah, the crying hasn't ceased, but so are you going to welcome me back?
Yes, welcome back. I've missed you. I mean, like I said,
I missed you too. I missed all the listeners. And
yeah, I've been, like I said, since you've been gone, I'm like, okay, we'll talk about that at the show this week and stuff. And, I thought, wow, I didn't have anything to do last Sunday. I'm like, what do I do? I know, because I was, I usually prepare in the mornings and, get my stuff together and say, so last Sunday morning, I was like, I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
Right, because, we prepare I sleep in a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I do final prep, and then I'll do some other stuff before the show. But
Right.
every Sunday, 12 noon.
I know.
And you certainly don't want to watch the Bears game.
Oh, good God.
Although Buckley
Well, okay, I
Buckley
got
did good last week.
He did, and I was very pleased with that. But they haven't come together as a team yet, and they're not going to probably till next
Yeah.
year, which is unfortunate because those guys, they're working their butts off. They just can't figure out how to make it all work.
Something happened to the Bears
Yeah,
that they weren't used to.
yeah, they won.
They won, right? Stole my thunder. So yeah, it was
it's
unbelievable.
I know.
So today, Peggy, we're gonna try to use Skype,
All right.
and we're gonna have Terry Coxon from CERT team,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and Terry's gonna give some tips on how to survive snow.
Oh, excellent.
I got one tip.
Don't go.
Yeah, go to Florida and
Yeah.
don't come back till like April.
Exactly.
That's my CERT tip.
Me too, and it's one that I wasn't going to recommend, but now I will because, oh my goodness, it was trying to get here. It was crazy to try to get around some drivers because some drivers still think it's summer
Oh yeah.
and forget that there is a slowdown and stop time.
Yeah.
And,
But
yeah,
you're also trying to go like 90.
well, right.
And
yeah.
I don't recommend that. Terry's probably going to recommend you from doing 90.
Yeah.
Especially on the side streets.
I know.
I saw you skid through like 2 stop signs.
Well, okay, I didn't skip through them, I sort of slid through them.
Skid. So,
It was not easy, man.
well, good to see you, Peggy.
You as well, Dave.
Do you want to read the shout out?
Of course.
And oh my God, I love your vest, your sweater.
Very festive, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
I used to have a sweater every day for the month of December. And, now I'm trying to find them and I can't. And so.
For the listener, she's got a sweater on and
Yes.
it has reindeer on.
Yes.
And
very festive.
I opened the window, the blind,
Yeah.
in your, what do you call the shiny things?
The
I have-
bangles, the.
The
yeah.
shiny things.
Yeah, right. The shiny things.
Can you tell them a simpleton?
Well, that's okay. I say the same,
You
that's
get what
shiny
you get.
things, yeah.
So,
But that's what awoke you to, I need to get Peg out there, yes.
well, good.
So,
Well,
yeah.
you're looking like total Christmas-like, leaning forward,
Yeah.
and you're looking good.
Just trying to, get in the spirit and everything.
You won't see a sweater like that on me. So.
Well, you know what, I was thinking maybe we could wear matching sweaters next week.
Well, we'd have to find some.
Well, okay.
And, thank God it's not, we are video.
Well, I
Maybe
know.
we can home in on that.
Well, yeah.
And they also had the video up here working now.
Oh, good.
So say hi.
So hi.
Yeah,
hi.
that's Facebook Live.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had read that in the email and stuff, and I thought, how are they gonna do that? But okay. Cool.
I guess we don't control it, so
Okay.
maybe it won't go on. Who knows?
Well, okay, so we have to dress now for the show.
Right, yeah, now you gotta.
No naked, yeah, okay,
Come-
well,
You got me on that one. It's a little
figured-
cold to be coming in here
oh, I know.
with just a jacket on.
Yeah,
Nothing
but-
else.
And yeah.
A little chilly, but Peg, whatever you want to do, my friend. And right across the way is a police station.
I know, so-
They saw you walking in, they were just like shook their head and went back to his
There
coffee.
she is
I
again.
ain't going out. I ain't going out. I ain't gonna confront her.
Exactly. Well, yeah, because it's just a little too chilly. It's okay.
Yeah, I ain't leaving this post.
No, I get it. It's all good. Anyway, let me, what is the date today? The
Sunday.
11th. Sunday, okay. So the
11.
yes, okay. So the holiday spirit will be evident as the children of St. Matthew Lutheran School in Hawthorne Woods proclaim the story of Christmas. Silent Night, Holy Night on Wednesday, December 14th at 7 p.m. Is going to be happening, and there will be a supper served by the staff of the Lutheran School and Sunday school starting at 5:30 p.m. in Kruger Hall. The Christmas story, told and sung by the children, will invoke memories of childhood long, long ago. St. Matthew Lutheran Church and School is located on Old McHenry Road between Quentin and Midlothian Roads. If you want more information about this, please call 847-438-7709. And don't forget, you can get more information on the website, which is stmatts So December 14th, it's Silent Night, Holy Night at St. Matthew Lutheran School in Hawthorne Woods.
That sounds pretty cool.
I know.
And what date was that?
The date is Wednesday, December 14th at 7 p.m.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So, my other two shout outs is Save a Pet and then Reach Rescue. So I'm going to just do a 30-second on that.
Sure.
And let me try this new gizmo here. At least it's new for me.
Okay.
And let me see if I can get Terry on the line.
Cool. This will be cool.
Well, I'm hitting the call
Hitting the
button.
call button.
Me.
Yeah.
Good.
So, well, maybe he can't hear it, or something's
Yeah,
flashing, or.
let me see again. Give it-
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Give a little
you tell me about your weekend so far, and then I'll work with Skype here.
Oh, the weekend, it's, when the weather people say, oh, it's gonna snow and we're expecting gallons of snow and stuff, I always say, yeah, right, if the wind blows correctly. Now, they kind of have shown me up, which is okay, I mean, that's their gig and everything, but, I never truly believe that it's gonna happen until it happens, and then I'm like, oh, we're in for it now. So when we did get the snow yesterday, I thought they predicted like 7 to 10 inches, and it doesn't seem to be that much. But I think now that the snow has started here at 11 o'clock in the morning, that it's probably going to pound us today. So maybe tomorrow we may not be able to go to work or something like that. But like I said, when I hear stories of snow, I just kind of make sure I have milk in the refrigerator, which, this week I went to go get milk on Saturday, and Walmart was totally out of milk. So, sometimes I think those weather reports are driven by grocery stores, because, it's a good way for them to clear out their stock and, get people to come in, buy everything as if they're gonna be in their houses for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And then, then they get their shelves cleared, and people then have food for, emergencies. So, like I said, sometimes I think those snow forecasts are precipitated, no pun intended, by the grocery stores.
Oh, keep everyone in and.
Yeah.
All right, so I tried using the Skype here, and Terry got lost in the computer keyboard here.
That's okay. We'll find him.
We'll try that next time, next
Okay.
snowstorm. So
Yeah.
apologize to Terry.
Yeah.
So now I got time to do my Sprat update.
There
then.
you go. I was going to say, how
So-
did Sprat take your vacation?
Yeah, let me queue up something here.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
I got back.
Yeah.
My audio should be starting in a couple seconds here.
Oh, okay.
I can't talk without this. There it is.
Ah,
I started this last week, and let me turn it down just a little. Okay, so that's a cat purring,
oh, okay. Oh,
and
beautiful.
it's supposed to be soothing.
Yes.
So I always talk about animal rescue, and I got back, and I saw Karen,
Okay.
and then Karen had to head towards the airport.
Oh,
So
wow.
we kind of saw each other coming and going.
High five.
And I got home. Let me turn this down a little.
I kinda
So,
like that.
so I got home, and all the cats are sleeping.
Oh my God, they were waiting
Yeah,
for
so
Dad to come home?
they didn't hear me, so I started going Sprat, Sprat, Maya, Aloha, and none of them came, and then finally Maya came out, and she all stretched, all lazy, and
Yeah.
so then
Oh,
finally.
yeah.
Finally, Sprat woke up and then came downstairs. And then Sprat saw me, and Sprat ran 3 or 4 laps around the house.
Wow.
So then finally, I was going to be brokenhearted. I bribe these cats every day by feeding them.
Of course.
So
Good
she,
shelter. Yeah.
so 3 or 4 laps, then she ran right into the living room on the rug,
Yeah.
and she laid on her side, we call that the sprat.
Yeah.
The sprat move. We start playing it and we play ping pong.
Oh, cool.
So now my house has about 60 ping pong balls everywhere. I almost like tripped on one this morning. So I'm waking up but anyway, so I was greeted by the cats and Maya slept with me last night.
Wow.
So the moral of the story is, have your wife go to work and have to leave and fly out
Yeah.
and then curl up with the cats.
Oh, what a lesson.
Yeah, and then save, I'm really into animals and saving animals.
Yes.
So Sprat is a rescue, so I implore you, and if you see any animals outside, you can feed them, try to get them to winter too. So that's my Sprat update,
Oh, very
and
nice.
I'll turn off the purring here.
Oh, I kind of like that. You know, it's funny you
So-
mentioned animals outdoors. My friend Debbie recently, she has like a animal magnet in her. any stray comes to the house.
Oh,
And this cat has been coming to the house since the end of summer, so like late August.
Ah.
And, you know, Debbie loves cats, and she is really, you know, into the whole rescue thing too. And she's had cats in the past, she's got one now. And this cat comes to the door, and he's got the biggest paws I've ever seen, and I swear he knocks on the window. And, you know, she feeds him. And
Aw.
he's now a member of the house, you know. 'cause-
oh, did she let him in?
Yep, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
But it took a while because she has a cat already,
Right.
and now she's like, now, you know, Smokey's been here forever, and so this
Right.
new cat, we gotta kind of break in. And I said, well, okay, you know, whatever. And they do kind of hiss at each other and stuff, but they're getting better.
Oh, good.
And yeah, but for a while, we left him, you know, on the back deck and everything.
Okay.
But now because it's cold,
Yeah.
she lets him in and stuff. She's like, I don't want him out there. And I said, well, you know, he came from the cold, and, you know, but we think that somebody left him.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's pretty well trained, and he's got a beautiful coat. And
Oh.
yeah,
What color?
he's a paint, like a gray and a white. So we
Oh,
call him
beautiful.
Mr. Gray or Buddy, whichever, you know. But, you know, he's a beautiful cat, but he's a little, how shall I say, big boned.
No, is it a boy or a girl?
We believe it's a boy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Ah.
So, yeah, but he's a little chunky. And I'm like, he's been, you know, kind of kicked out of the house or whatever. But,
Right.
you know, in comparison to other cats, he's a little heavy. So, but I say big boned.
Big bone. Like a ham.
well,
Got a big bone ham
well,
for Christmas.
we were gonna call him Porky, but
Oh.
but I thought that was too not
And
nice, you know.
maybe I missed it. What was his name?
His name, well, he started out as Mr. Gray because
Mr. Gray.
Mr.
Okay.
Gray, because we weren't sure who he was, where he was from, but he had a big gray splotch on him
Right.
amidst white fur. And
Oh, okay. So Mr. Gray.
we almost called him Boots because he's got white paws, you know,
Okay.
or you know, something like that. But you know, I always say to the animals, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" So we call him Buddy. You know, but now
So he's Buddy the Christmas cat.
I know, something like that. You know. I'm like,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah. So you know, she's a very good-hearted person and very soft when it comes to animals. She doesn't want to see them suffer or be lost or out in the cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she's adopted a cat.
The cat adopted you
The
guys.
cat yeah, exactly.
Oh.
But like I said, I believe she has a magnet in her for
Yeah,
animals. And
they find people,
I'm telling
and
you,
I believe they have a connection with people in their souls.
I believe so.
So,
I believe so.
Cats run away from you.
Yeah, they run away from me screaming and on fire. So do children.
Why is it every time we come into the studio, all the electronics like fry in
I
here?
don't know. I think it's me. I think it's that plate in my head.
Oh my god, the plate in your head. Oh my god. You can actually put a magnet to Peggy's head.
You can.
It sticks from that plate.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't even know where we're supposed to be talking about now.
Oh well, you know,
It's all good.
Oh, I know.
And somewhere out there is Terry.
Yeah.
Waiting for the phone call. And I don't, I hit the call button on it. And then the phone thing, and
I think it's.
and then
We're just going to have to practice that.
Yeah.
Because this is
And
enough.
then they asked me what country.
Oh.
Like USA. And then it's
Yeah.
all I could find was USA territory. So
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna have to learn a new skill set.
oh God,
So-
me too. But you know what? Keep learning because
Oh, yeah.
you know the minute you stop learning,
I'm just
then
bored. I
all-
mean, they want me to, move more than one button here.
Oh,
And then I got used to it. And they redid it. Everything's like labeled.
oh man, that's so
And
neat.
but at least I
Yeah.
got it working
Well,
this morning.
yes, this is good.
I
This is
came in
good.
extra.
Okay,
I was paranoid about coming here
right.
because of the winter. I'm down in Florida.
Yeah. Oh,
So my mindset, I'm like, I got one speed and
Right.
it's not fast.
right. Yeah.
And then I got here like an hour early because I thought it was all going to be ice.
Oh well, right.
And so I got everything set up. And then I'm just like sitting around relaxing.
Well,
So
right.
that's not
See,
bad.
and I was going to come in early, but I thought, okay, I'm right now. I'm in the middle of trying to. Now that my parents are passed, we're in the process of trying to take care of their estate.
Oh, right.
So I was spending time with my brothers, so
Oh,
we
nice.
can get stuff in order and stuff. But oh man, it's not an easy trek. But I was like, hey guys, whatever we do, I got to make sure I get to the radio show.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh,
like,
I'm glad he made it.
oh yeah.
I
oh.
opened I did the blinds too.
Yeah,
in
yeah. I'm
case
glad
you
you did.
start tapping on the windows
Yeah, yeah. And I
and
thought,
start shooting outside.
yeah. Oh my God. There's. Yeah.
Hit you in the head with the plate. They're just ricochet.
I know.
Oh my god.
So I thought, oh man, yeah. But yeah, I was trying
This
to get.
this
a
show, everyone thinks this show is like a straight line.
Well,
This is like traversing down Mount Everest,
It is.
and there's no road.
Yeah, in tennis shoes.
Yeah, in tennis shoes
Yeah, yeah.
and just a pair of shorts.
yeah.
I don't know
know.
what you're wearing.
Well, yeah, I know.
I'll
Well,
let your imagination
hey,
go.
listen, I was in Florida 2 weeks ago, so I totally get the
Yeah.
whole Florida
So
mentality.
then I came back and then I'm pleading because I thought it was like a foot of snow out there.
Yeah.
So the guy that plows me out, I text him like 3 times.
Yeah.
And then he didn't come. Then I
Oh.
get out there, it's only like he plowed early this morning, so it's
Right.
not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like overly paranoid.
Oh.
I'm used to palm trees and
Yeah.
flowers, and I'm a delicate lawyer
Yeah. Delicate, yeah.
and sensitive. So,
Yeah, I know.
all right, so what we were supposed to home in today is talking about Trump,
Trump and his cabinet.
his cabinet,
His pack,
and his
picks.
economics.
Yes, yes.
So if you got some stuff, why don't you start out with
I
what
do
you...
actually. I'm actually kind of interested, and I don't know why this was never a big deal when any other president has taken office before, but there's worried about him with his Apprentice show and his holdings in
Oh,
whatever
right.
all of his businesses are and everything. And I'm thinking, other presidents have had businesses. Why is this such a point of contention?
Right.
Why, and I hear people say, well, the lobbyists can get to him and they can pay for this and pay for that. Well, so what? I mean, they were doing that anyway,
Right.
and they called it politics. Now we just call it business.
Right.
So, so he's running the government like a business. Uh-oh, that means a lot of people are going to be out of work.
Yeah, efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good God, someone doesn't do their job, but they get to keep
Yeah.
their job?
Well,
Wow.
the media doesn't come after Clinton with her foundation,
Yeah.
which we all know now that it's a huge crime.
Yes.
And, but again, look, I don't have faith anymore in the old media,
Right, I
in the
don't either.
old ways how we do stuff.
Exactly.
And I will not watch them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, they disgust me. These so-called journalists
Right.
that they call themselves journalists. They're not.
No.
They're
They're muckrakers. They're
Yeah.
worse than muckrakers
Well-
because they cause scandal and, and they cause problems that don't need to exist because of their suspicions.
right.
It's crazy. Like this morning I was watching Chris Wallace interview Donald Trump, and Chris was asking like the most simple questions that anybody else that would have been interviewed could have turned that into a shouting match and stuff. And,
Right.
and Trump was like, no, this is exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
And he was very forward about what he was saying and everything. he didn't play into Chris Wallace with the, the baiting,
Right.
Here, let's start a little argument about, are you gonna keep your holdings? And he goes, well, why shouldn't I? I've worked for it, and
Right.
and I should, and just things like that. I'm like,
But all of his holdings is going to be taken care of by the rest of his family.
exactly.
So you do need a separation there.
Well,
Which he did.
right.
And he's got counsel. And here's the other thing
Yeah.
that I saw happen over the last week or so, that they have now transformed where the media is just going to basically rebuff everything that he does.
Right.
It doesn't matter how good, how bad. Like, we can get into it.
Yeah.
Trump had a telephone conversation with the CEO of Carrier.
Right.
There's a question of whether he saved 1,000 or 800 jobs or
Right,
not.
Right.
He had a hand in it.
Yeah.
And I guess Pence has been in contact a lot with these business people,
Sure.
because it's going to be a whole new business atmosphere. And then Obama's spokesperson came out. What's his name? Jeremy.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I forget his
but
name.
I can see his face.
But he's like, when he can save 1 million jobs like Obama did, then call me. Kind of attitude. I'm like, first of all,
He didn't
millions
say
and
that.
millions and millions of jobs have been lost
Right.
because of him.
Yeah.
And this was just one phone call. And we got some more examples of what Trump's gonna do.
Yeah. Right. Right. I mean,
But everyone, the whole media is against them.
Oh.
And then, did you see this where I can't really mention a lot of the language that they use, but it was on The View, and the ladies on The View and what they said, and you can Google it. Go to YouTube
it's terrible.
and Google it.
When
And-
that show first came on, I was like, good, this is a nice show. It, shows how women can step up for themselves and empower themselves. And
Right.
Now it's just become a cat fight.
Yeah.
And,
It's a female hate group,
It is. And it's
which is it turned into.
terrible.
I said that, you did, so I'll take the heat on
It's
that.
okay. You know what? It's.
But it has.
I can't even watch it. I haven't watched it in probably 4 years.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I'll tune in just to see, what their stand is on a few things. But they've had so many people on the panel that they have kind of dismissed because they don't agree with the politics of the show.
Oh, right. Anyone who comes on their show,
Yeah.
like here, if we have someone like debate night.
Yeah.
We had Paul LePeck, who was doing the main MC that night, surrounded by 3 conservatives, and we had fun.
Oh, right.
But we were all respectful.
Well, right.
And big shout out to Paul, and
Yeah.
congratulations on his show Monday through Friday, and he's on I think 6 to 9 a.m. But we're able to discuss
Right.
and have a platform and a discussion about things.
Exactly.
And it's known as a debate. When you get on their show, it's nothing more than
A bashing.
a bashing session.
Yes.
And
not only for men, but politics in general.
right. And if
business.
you have a diverse viewpoint,
Oh.
they just come at you, hook, line, and sinker,
Right.
and with a baseball bat, and they just don't care. There's no intellectual
No.
debating on it. It's my way or the highway. And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are now like that. See, now I was waiting the last 3 or 4 weeks to see if they were going to do what they're now doing.
Oh.
All
Yeah.
of the protesting.
Yes.
And
How ridiculous.
I
Yes.
put up with 8 years of President Obama,
Exactly.
and I wasn't all crying or whatever.
Right.
And
And saying, and not my president, I find that
right,
so.
I gave him a chance for 2 years
Yeah.
until his lies started coming forward,
Right. Right.
and then I started,
Not believing. It's
yeah,
kinda
not
like
believing
Santa
in him and
Claus.
disagreeing with him. I still didn't go out and protest.
Well,
and,
right, and
and
that's the whole
certainly,
thing. These people that are going around going, not my president, I'm like,
Yeah.
if you don't think he's the president, then get out.
and Miley Cyrus
Oh.
was crying online.
Send her to the moon.
And
man.
if this is what these people are emotionally based on, wait till they have a
That's
real crisis in their life, and they won't be able to handle it.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
It's-
So we're already halfway through the show.
Oh my God. Are you sure we don't get a couple hours today? All right. Well, you know, because we have to catch up from the last 2
Oh,
weeks.
I know.
Yeah,
I didn't request 2 hours, but
That's all right, we'll get it.
and
We'll
then
get it.
let's cut the break,
Okay.
and then we'll be back to seek legal advice from properly licensed and qualified professionals. Welcome back to my show, the Dave Mierswa Show. I'm one of the hosts, Dave Mierswa, and
I'm the other host, Peggy Buzzini.
so we just cut the break, and we were just starting to get into what Trump is going to do in the first 100 days, and then basically lay the foundation of his 4-year candidacy.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of hitting on. I got some info here.
Okay.
So we were just kind of hitting a little bit on the carrier deal.
Yeah.
And the president, when you see President Obama, and every time he mentions Trump, it's just like sour grapes with him.
Oh, yeah, there's always a weird expression on his face. And somehow the cameras seem to catch it.
Yeah.
You know, and
which is amazing in itself, because the media is so dishonest.
Yes.
The Main Street media is dishonest.
Yes, and they're not covering Obama so much anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I see very few pictures of
Yeah,
him.
lame duck.
Yeah. Well, see, and the whole thing is, okay, they call President Trump the President-elect Trump.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you're making a lot of decisions before you get into office. And I'm like, wait, isn't he pretty much in office even though he's President-elect?
Well, he legally can't make executive decisions with the power until he's sworn in.
Okay.
But he is lining up
Yeah.
that if you don't do X or Y, I'm going to do Z, cause and effect.
Right.
And
yeah.
he talked to, I mean, this is pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if it's good or bad yet. You know, he's got, what, 2 or 3 billionaires that are on his board.
Right.
I like the fact that he's got 3 generals, 3 retired generals, not current generals.
Well, yeah.
It'd be a problem with civilian authority.
Yeah. A little conflict there, but
But with the 3 generals and, you know, these people, Trump is, I love people like Trump.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lot like it.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
And he's straightforward. He doesn't mess around.
Right.
He's got a little bit of a sense of humor, but when he puts on his business hat, he is like type A business.
Yes.
And I love it. And he's got these 3 generals. He's got Mad Dog, what's his name?
You know, their names are eluding me right now because I had
his nickname's, he's the head of the
and he called him Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So yeah.
So Mad Dog, whatever. That's the only thing I heard.
Yeah.
Look at her. So and he was former Marine general, which you can't get any more serious when you're a Marine.
Yes. And a general.
Yeah, and a general. So we got 2 other generals coming on.
Yeah.
I don't think he's picked Secretary of State yet,
No,
has he?
He has not. No,
okay.
No.
So he's still kind of weighing his options.
Yeah, and Rudy Giuliani, I think, just stepped back and
Yeah,
said,
he
I'm
stepped
not going
out.
to do it. So, you know, and you know, they're like, but we're still friends and stuff. And I'm like, well, whatever, you know, that's fine and stuff.
Did you see I wouldn't call it a cold shoulder, but Chris Christie.
I haven't heard a word about him or
Yeah,
talk about
he went back with his tail between his legs back to New Jersey, and then he got on the radio and TV, and then he said, like, I like the guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of a big mouth politician, but I like him because again, he's straightforward and he fights.
Yeah.
He fights and he's in your face. Like one reporter said something and he turned around and stopped, and then it was supposed to be like a 20-minute brief.
Yeah.
And he argued with this reporter for like 8 minutes. And he goes, and you can do what I do, then you can step up here. And he goes, don't ask such stupid questions.
I kind of like that.
And I was whoa.
Yeah, well,
but he went back to his lectorate, and then he said, oh, I never said I didn't want to be governor. So he did a total pivot.
Well, sure.
I want to remain governor of New Jersey for the last year and a half, which is fine.
Oh, sure.
And he's done a lot for New Jersey.
He has.
But I think he's got too much baggage when it comes to the stuff that happened with Travelgate, with that bridge.
Yes.
He's got a few other things, and I think Trump thanked him and stuff, but and he was just supposed to be part of the transition team.
Right. Right,
so,
and I think a lot of people were part of that transition team and didn't realize it was just transition.
Right. there was the election,
Mm-hmm.
then the beginning of the transition, and then here's another cool thing Trump's doing.
Yeah.
He's calling them landing teams.
Oh,
He's got
that's kinda
teams
cool.
of people that go in to all the other parts of the government,
Yeah.
and so even before they get in, they are gonna be
Briefed and know what's going
briefed
on.
and in,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be part of the permanent team, but it's there to prep everyone there.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, and they're called landing teams.
That's perfect.
No president has ever done that before.
Well, you know, I think we're going to be in for a lot of firsts.
Oh.
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
you know,
buckle in.
Well, exactly, and we don't know if it's good or bad. It just is, and that's okay. And that's the best thing is to have the landing team, to have everyone
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That's
Instead of
perfect.
waiting
Oh, yeah.
until, and the left media is like, oh, he's not moving fast enough on
Oh,
his
yes,
transitional.
he is.
I'm like, yes, he is.
Oh.
And then, they don't discuss the point about the landing teams and
Right.
he is so good. And Pence knows the political,
Sure.
and then Secretary of Defense, he did name it was another general,
Yes.
and then was another gentleman. I'm forgetting my names
Me
here.
too. I wish I would've
But
brought
he
him.
was it was an insider
Well,
that knows the
kinda need
layout
that.
of
Yeah.
of the State Department.
Right.
So I thought
You
that
need
was a
nice
good matchup.
balance, yes.
Um,
And that's the whole thing. You know, I thought, oh, Trump's gonna put in a bunch of business people, which we do need, and
Yeah.
that would clean the swamp.
Yeah, and then he did elect the ambassador to China, and that person knows the
Chinese way, the Chinese lifestyle, the
the Chinese president. I call it the Chinese emperor.
There we go.
And I'll tell you, and I'll tell you some thoughts on that in a second. But here's another thing. I have never seen this. I've been watching politics probably for the last like 25 years, and I sobered up from college and started really watching politics a little more and started growing up, I guess.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of scary.
I know.
But I'd never seen this before. President-elect Trump, I just call him Trump.
Well, yeah.
Because everyone's like, well, why don't you always say President Obama? President Obama. I'm like,
They
look,
called
it's
him
Obama. Yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah.
same thing with Trump.
Right.
So for those of you that think I'm,
Being
talking slightly,
disrespectful or-
no, I'm not.
No.
It's just Obama, Trump,
Right.
Giuliani,
Yeah.
and I get tired of keep saying president,
right,
president.
yeah.
So it does sound good.
Yeah.
But here we have Trump. He's not even in the White House yet, and got a $50 billion pledge from the CEO of SoftBank.
I saw that.
Yeah, and that was Masashi Soon,
Okay.
if I said that correct. And gonna invest $50 billion. It could be more.
Right.
And they're saying that this one deal could create up to 50,000 jobs.
Right. I saw that whole job thing and I was like, wow, this is fabulous. But then you're gonna have the naysayers who'd say, well, wait a minute, we're tied to China then, and then we owe them. And,
We already do.
well, I know.
We're tied to
into
China
that.
so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah,
And
I know, but, I figured the press was going to, be like, they are with Russia right now. Well, we're tied into them too, and then we owe them money and
yeah.
blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
did you hear this past week? You just brought up when we went on break, Peggy.
Yeah.
And I really like that sweater.
Thank
I had to shut the blinds because
because it's
it was
just-
like
It was,
glistening,
I'm figuring, yeah.
glistening like a Christmas song. And but anyway, this last week when I was down in Florida, I drive around a lot and I look at a lot of the businesses and stuff like that, and I listen to talk show. And Naples is the southern part of Florida, so you get a lot of Republicans and Democrats down there. But when I was down there, I listened to Rush Limbaugh quite a bit and Sean Hannity.
I
And
used to like Russia. I
and-
still like him. He's very in your face. But
he's insightful.
yeah.
He's insightful, and he does get a little old once in a while, but I really do still like Sean Hannity. He's really one of the only ones that predicted Trump,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a lot of them got it wrong. But while I was down there, I did tune in to some of the other CNN, some of the other talk shows that are on the left, and I couldn't believe all the crying that was still going on.
I know.
And then they brought up the fake news.
Yeah.
And just on break, you
Yeah.
just mentioned that.
Yeah. the fake
And
news.
and so then I heard this morning that I heard the audio clip when Clinton came on. She went to Capitol Hill, I guess, and then she did a rant and rave and blamed it all on the Russians and the fake news.
Right.
And
Which,
they don't get it.
I guess not.
And they did learn from the election about having some integrity. I'm not saying 100% because
Yeah.
we all have
A little.
our spoilers.
Right.
But at least being honest
Yeah. And
With-
just say, hey, I lost.
with the electorate, and then saving face, and then being gracious about it.
Right.
And now the whole media is gonna try to spite, and then some of the Republicans are trying to play the field. And I heard too that the Republicans may try to delay passing a lot of his agenda. And if they do that, you know what he's gonna do?
Well,
He's gonna tweet out their name,
Well, of course.
and then
Embarrass them a little.
Yeah.
But some people can't be shamed.
Yeah.
Remember that. Some
Yeah,
people
that's
in
not-
politics cannot be shamed.
that's a good point.
So, he can tweet out all he wants and everything, but, the unity of the Republican Party is, the media is making it look like it is completely frayed, and there's
Yeah.
just loose ends everywhere and stuff, but I don't think it's that
It's not true.
bad.
We look, we're together enough. We won,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we talked about this before. I went down to that beautiful state of Florida.
I know, I went
and-
too, so
and
yeah.
palm trees.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
It was gorgeous.
When you got back, were you a little more relaxed?
I was
And
very relaxed.
Yeah, 'cause I'm-
happy and woohoo.
and
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time trying to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's
and my
like
whole thing
turn on
is-
the computer.
Yeah,
It's like-
really? No, and when I was in Florida, I was like, how do people actually work here? Because the weather's fabulous. There's always,
Yeah.
it seems bright and shiny and just,
'Cause they
very
have to.
relaxed. Yeah, I know they have to, but I'm just going, wow.
Yeah.
And it'd be a big adjustment,
Oh, sure.
but
So anyway, when I was down there, and now this fake news narrative, and she's at it again.
yeah.
And if you didn't learn election night, you're never gonna learn.
Right.
It's the same lies.
Right.
And I got to say, hats off to the electorate for saving America.
Exactly.
You really have.
I think so, yeah.
One of the criticisms that I have is Trump wants to have an infrastructure spending bill of $1 trillion.
Ooh,
Yeah, and we don't know how it's all going to be paid for yet. But President Obama, so all you lefters out there, don't cry.
yeah.
It went from 9.5 trillion, now we're up to 20 trillion.
Yeah.
19 and a half, almost 20
Yeah.
trillion now.
Well, I think, as far as I can remember, now, I've been paying attention to politics for a while, but not nearly as long as you, but I never remembered a president talking about the infrastructure of our country. And, that's why our bridges are, getting, they need to have attention, because they're,
Oh, yeah, they're crumbling.
Yeah, World War II was when the last time they were really
Yeah.
serviced or stuff like that, and our drains and our,
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff.
Water treatment.
Yeah.
Look at Flint. I was watching, I love the victory speeches. This is
Yeah.
another thing that's driving the nuts, the press nuts.
Yeah.
Trump's going around with his victory speeches.
I kind of like that.
And then he pointed again at
Yeah.
the media.
Yeah.
Said they're so dishonest. You know who you are back there. So he
right.
points to
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
And then
True, though.
and then someone else tweeted something bad, and then he tweeted back, and then you fight.
yeah.
So I think he's going to tame that down a little.
Yeah.
But anyone who has anything bad, he's going to fight him.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, good for him.
Well, and the thing is, I don't know if I want to call it fighting, or he just wants to make the record straight, or
Yeah.
clear it up, or just say, no, that didn't happen. Here's what really happened.
Yeah.
So,
To correct the record. I like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like that.
I'm thinking, don't be like bickering on social media, because it's ridiculous. It
Right.
makes us all look stupid. But I do find it kind of cool that he is using social media to this extent, because when Obama did it, I was like, okay, you know, this is great, and I'm sure all the young voters they're going, oh my gosh, our president is tweeting and stuff like that and all that. I don't think it had as much gravity to it. I didn't think it had that much weight when he was out there on Facebook and all that. It was stupid stuff.
And now, look, he should silently go away.
Exactly.
But he won't. He might be staying out Washington. There's some talk that he may be wanting to start up a media.
Oh.
And stuff like that. And imagine that.
Well,
but we'll see.
You know, and if he starts a media outlet or something, you know, if he wants to go along the direction of like BET or something and make it all African American.
Yeah, I don't know. I just some of the stuff that I read, it could be fake news from the left.
Well,
who knows? So tax Trump plan, simplify the code.
Yes.
And Americans, there's 4 tax brackets: 0, 10%, 20%, and 25%.
Yes.
He is going to reduce for business income tax, which I've been in business now for almost 20 years, and I paid a lot in taxes over the years, and that goes down to, I think it's 15%.
Oh man, that's a deal for you.
Yeah, if I'm
so what do I get for Christmas?
We'll see. I'm Jewish.
I figured you were.
You know, I got friends who are Jewish too, so.
I know, me too. Yeah,
But,
take a 7-day gift. It's all right.
Yeah, you got to insult someone. You can't insult the Catholics today because it's Sunday.
I know.
Good sense of humor, everyone. Sense of humor. We
Of
make
course.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
We make fun of everyone.
Oh yeah, we are.
So we don't discriminate.
non-discriminatory.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's in our sights. Darn, you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, Trump was saying this morning to Chris Wallace about businesses that want to leave the country. He will charge them 35% tax.
Yeah, for if they do leave and want to bring their goods back, 35% tariff.
And so he was like, hey, and Chris Wallace was like, what do you mean they're our company? Well, then they shouldn't be leaving.
Right.
So
and he's got two tests too, for Americans and by American. So that's pretty cool. And then also, they're talking about a lot under President Obama. So I said it under President Obama, who is going to be out of office in January. And remind everyone that a lot of the money is trillions and trillions of dollars, and not just under his presidency, and as well under Bush.
Sure.
So let's be fair about this.
Right.
A lot of the monies have left, and President Trump wants to repatriate that money to bring it back to U.S. shores. 10% penalty.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see. I'm going to give some predictions.
Okay.
Under Trump, I think you're going to see a huge influx of money. I think you're going to see trillions of dollars coming back. I think you're going to see a lot of companies expanding.
Yeah.
We've already seen the market. The first day, they said it was going to crash, but then the market started listening.
Yeah.
And he's very pro-business, and we're at what 20,000 on the Dow Jones.
Yeah, which to me that is already over-exaggerated to
start
with. I mean,
Bubble.
It's so out of sync, but it'll all even out at some point. But
I don't think it's gonna. Maybe it won't crash under Trump, and maybe towards the end of his presidency, if he doesn't get reelected, and then maybe it'll crash.
And he was saying this morning, over the next 8 years, and then, maybe 4, but 8, and I found that so funny because, you were saying he has a sense of humor, and he does have a sense of humor. It's very dry. But when he said that, over the next 8 years, here's what we're doing, I was like, good for you.
And he said another thing this past week at one of his victory speeches where he said that it used to be that we would have all the jobs and Mexico had bad water. And now Mexico has all the jobs and we have bad water.
Yes, we do.
So, and I think you're right too. I think a lot of the infrastructure does have to be reinvested.
It's got to get better.
But I can't stand this when they use the word investment. It's an expenditure.
Yes.
You're expending money on, bridges and stuff like that, but it's an expenditure.
Yeah.
Money goes out, you spend it. So, and they call it an investment. Come on.
Well, you gotta maybe slash that investment / expenditure.
Yeah.
But
Call it what it is,
right.
but yeah, some has to be done. But in January, with the start of the new year, I always do predictions.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, I think we're going to see one of the biggest business booms in probably the last 60 years, 100 years.
Yeah.
And I was kind of waiting to see what people is going to put on the cabinet. We still got some cronyism going in with some of the billionaires, but on the other hand, they know all these foreign countries.
Well,
they know how to do big deals, and they know how to work big organizations.
Right, they're not dead weights.
They're
and
then
not just holding a spot.
Yep, and then I see a lot of the press trying to make fun of Trump. He didn't know anything. Well, either did President Obama. When President Obama came in,
even less.
He knew, right, he knew 1/100th of business, and he knew a little bit about government, being a senator, but
he was never there.
And he was so young.
Yeah, he was the youngest president, I think, even before Kennedy.
Yeah, you got to give him hats off on that.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't
but right, but on the other hand,
oh no.
I'm a young 49.
Yes, you are.
And when you have someone, thank you.
Yeah.
And when you have someone so young, you just don't have that life experience.
Right.
And you have way more life experience than I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just called you old.
Women.
She's trying to hit me. I'm gonna create a audio record.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got video.
One. Oh yeah.
She's trying to hit me. Stop hitting me, Peggy.
Oh yeah. My kids used to do that. Hey, don't hit me. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm sitting here doing nothing.
I used to go running to my mom and see my brother would hit me, and he never did. Yeah. My mom would come in and then ground him. It's the most powerful thing in the world. And I do that today too, if I can.
I believe that.
We got like 1 minute left.
Oh my God! Where
I know.
did the time go?
I missed you last week.
Oh, I missed you too, man.
And all
I
the
was like,
listeners.
what are we gonna do? I don't. Yeah. So but I do have some lineups for people coming in to talk about stuff.
Okay.
So
good.
But yeah, the 2017 is going to be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah.
As far as politics.
We're up and running. So let's say goodbye to everyone.
All right, everybody, have a great week.
Yeah, have a great week. Stay safe out there.
Yes. All right. See you next Sunday.
I'm Paul Peters, and I've just popped into WRLR.